What can you tell us about the battle of quarterback?
It's been good, and it's been very even. Tomorrow, when we go out there and we actually get put in some situations and we start, scrimmaging and just seeing what they're capable of doing, it's going to actually probably separate one another a little more. But right now, it's been all even. Haven't really had any live situations yet, so I'm very pleased with where they're at. Kyle, he's getting better each day. He's getting more comfortable with the offense. Kenny keeps doing what he's doing.
You think Kenny's natural just because he's been here a year longer? There's a little more rhythm at this point?
Yeah, there is, but there's also a lot of questions to be answered on the perimeter, especially with our receivers just like Frank Ianacho and Jamal Jeffrey and just Josh Reynolds, just trying to gain that that rhythm back with each other. But he looks pretty sharp to me right now. But there's still some answers to be worked out between both of them.
What kind of pressure situations do you plan to see? What kind of situations do you want to see these guys perform in?
Tomorrow we're going to put them in a series of probable situations and negative situations. So you're going to see them doing some coming out of the end zone. We'll also put it on the +5 so they can actually have some time to score. We're going to do some 2-minute situations. We're going to be +40, -20. It's going to be all over the field, so we're going to have some heavy evaluation tomorrow.
And aside from moving the ball or getting the ball downfield, what do you really want to see out of these guys?
Yeah, I just want to see them rhythm. I want to see them make some plays. I want to see the offense start clicking. I want to see the ones who's going to get those first downs that's going to lead into touchdowns. And this offense is really heavy off of rhythm. And, we can't just go out there and 3 and out on the time. So I want to see them getting a rhythm of things, make some plays, and just, put us in the best position to succeed.
Any difference between the way the quarterbacks operate the offense? Does the offense operate differently quarterback to quarterback?
No, it's the same. It is the same. They both utilize their strengths. And Kyle, you can see he starts favoring receivers that he has a better rhythm with, and Kenny favors other receivers. That's just the natural progression of quarterbacks.
How valuable is a guy like Connor to your program? Like what he does, the different
Connor McQueen, he's the veteran of our group.
Yeah.
He's got the most starts out of anybody in that room, and they look for him for a lot of advice on and off the field.
First, I kind of want to address probably the question y'all want to ask. I don't have any inside information on who's going to be starting at quarterback, but of all the players in the competition, I'm talking, so I can open up for questions now.
So you feel pretty good about your chances?
As a competitor, you like to, you always like to respect your chances, and I've been working hard here for 2 years, going on my 3rd year, so I'm ready for whatever.
Talk about the fight for being a walk-on and try and get that spot, for guys who went out and they were recruited heavily.
That was one of the things that I was the most surprised about even coming to Texas A&M is how welcome the walk-ons here. Especially at a university where walk-ons are so storied with the 12th man and everything that, everyone accepted me as a regular player. Scholarship, walk-on, doesn't really matter with these guys.
What does it mean to you particularly because your dad played here?
That really almost means everything to me.
What have you seen out of the 2 quarterbacks of Allen and Kenny Hill that is most impactful to you?
I'd say, they both have their strengths and their weaknesses. I'd say with Kenny, his composure, there's really no situation that's too big for him. Pressure doesn't ever seem to faze Kenny. And with Kyle, I'd say his maturity. He came in here at 17 years old, can't even buy a lottery ticket yet, and he's more professional about the quarterback position than anyone I've ever met in my entire life. He came here with a goal, and he's trying to obtain it right now.
Connor, you were around here when they had the quarterback battle a couple years ago. What do you remember from that, and are there any similarities that you can see with this year's battle?
The obvious difference is 2 guys between, aside from 4 guys my freshman year, and then last year there were 3 guys competing for the backup spot. Aside from the rep differential, the intensity's still there. It's not like the guys hate each other in the locker room. We're all great friends. And, it's friendly competition. That's what everyone's here for. Every quarterback that's a Division I quarterback, has mobility to an extent. And, I guess Kenny is looked on as more of a mobile quarterback because of what he did in high school. He ran the ball a whole lot more, but he was also asked to. Kyle was just asked to drop back and throw the ball in the pocket more.
Do the coaches give you a history lesson that 3rd stringers do indeed sometimes play in college football?
I don't think they necessarily give lessons like that, but they always do say, we always prepare for the necessary, or the worst, I guess you could say. But, we're always preparing for different situations. That's why we have depth charts. That's why everybody gets reps.